World Cup hotels are sold out and overpriced. This tiny motorhome solves that problem completely. You don't need a giant RV to travel comfortably. Sometimes the smallest ones are the smartest. Alright everyone, today we're checking out this 2010 Thor Majestic 19G, and honestly, one of the things that makes it stand out right away is its size. It's one of the shortest Class C motorhomes you'll find on the road, making it much easier to drive, park, and maneuver than many larger RVs. It's built on a single rear wheel setup. Let's start with a quick walk around and take a look at everything this little motorhome has to offer. Up front, you've got power mirrors, which are always a nice convenience when you're driving something this size. Just below the entry area, there's a built-in step that makes getting in and out much easier. Over here is the propane access compartment, and you'll also notice a simple door latch system that's straightforward to use. Right next to it is the exterior light, perfect for nighttime setup or when you're parked after dark. Moving down the side, this section gives access to the refrigerator components. Below that is the suburban furnace system. Looking a little higher, you can see the upper refrigerator vent, which helps with airflow and cooling performance. There's also an exterior storage compartment that gives you extra room for tools, camping gear, or other essentials you want to keep outside the living space. Now check out this back bumper. It's nice and big, and it actually comes equipped with backup sensors, which is great for parking and maneuvering in tight spots, especially in crowded stadium parking areas. The unit is also set up for towing, so if you want to bring along a small trailer or tow vehicle, that's already taken care of. You've also got the gray tank here, a flat tank setup, a solid hitch, and the taillight assembly. These taillights have actually been swapped out at some point, so they're upgraded from stock. Right beside that is the fuel access point. This area here is the electrical entry point, and just below it is the battery. Looks like it's currently locked up in its tray. That's the battery tray right there. And this tube right here is actually designed to hold both the sewer hose and house the generator. Pretty efficient use of space when you think about it. On the other side, you've got your city water connection and water fill access, along with a small gauge for monitoring tank levels. One thing I really appreciate on this unit is the fiberglass end cap. It's molded all the way down the side, which gives it a clean, finished look rather than just stopping abruptly. This whole unit is built on an E350 chassis, and it's the Super Duty version, which comes with the 5.4-liter V8 engine. That engine puts out enough torque to handle long highway stretches comfortably, which matters if you're planning a multi-city route between host cities. Fuel economy on these isn't going to be amazing. Expect somewhere in the 8 to 10 miles per gallon range, but for a unit this size, that's pretty normal. Solid platform overall, and I think it holds up really well for its size. Alright, now let's head inside and take a look at the interior. So right away, you've got a screen door here, which is great for keeping bugs out while still letting fresh air in. The exterior light out here does still work, which is always a good sign on an older unit. There's also a really solid grab handle right here for getting in and out safely, and a fire extinguisher mounted close by. Now, something I think is a really nice touch, these little floor lights. There's actually a few of them scattered throughout the interior, and this here is the patio light, which is great for evenings when you're sitting outside. Just off to the right here, there's a little swivel cushion seat, really comfortable and a nice spot to relax. And here's the double dinette setup. Honestly, this would be a great place to sit with friends or family and watch a FIFA World Cup match on a laptop or portable TV. The huge window right here brings in plenty of natural light. I went ahead and switched these bulbs over to LEDs as well, so lighting throughout is nice and efficient. You've also got some nice big cabinets here for storage, and this piece here is a privacy cover that goes around the windows when needed. Now here's the bed, and honestly, it's comfortable for a unit this size. After a long day of traveling or attending a match, this sleeping area looks like a comfortable place to recharge for the next adventure. It comes with these little pullover curtains on each side for privacy, plus this additional privacy curtain as well, so you've got multiple layers depending on how much coverage you want. There's a window right here too, and another storage cabinet on this side. I really like that it has these little support struts holding things in place. Small detail, but it makes a difference. and we actually added a few hooks in this area for hanging coats and jackets, just to make use of the space a bit better. There's a small skylight vent right here as well, which helps with airflow in the sleeping area. And this unit actually has an upgraded stereo system with built-in GPS, which is a nice bonus, especially if you're road tripping between World Cup host cities, since you can map out your next stadium stop without needing your phone. The speakers sound pretty good for what they are too. Up front here, you've got the front seats, and there's a small magazine rack mounted right here too, just a nice little convenience touch. Now let's turn around and look toward the back. So I'm standing up front near the driver and passenger seats, and looking back toward the rear of the unit, you can see the galley area along with the bathroom on the right side. Starting with the galley, there's a convection grill microwave combo unit right here, which is a great space-saving feature. Up above that, you've got the AC unit. Then continuing along, here's the refrigerator. Next to that is the furnace, and right beside it is the electrical panel. Moving along, here's the closet space, which includes 2 drawers on one side and 3 drawers on the other side. On top of that, there's a really nice flat surface area, and overall this whole section is actually really clean and well kept. Above the stove, there's a hood with a built-in light, plus a metal backing since it's positioned directly over the cooking area, makes sense for heat protection. There's also a nice big sink here, a paper towel holder, and honestly, there's a ton of storage back in this area. You've even got little plate holders built in, which is a thoughtful touch for keeping dishes secure while driving. And right here, there's another roof vent for additional airflow. Now here's the generator setup. The control panel shows it's logged about 283 hours, which isn't bad at all. And this generator means you can run a TV for the match, even if you're parked somewhere with no hookups. I don't currently have water loaded into the system, but there is a switch here for the water heater. Let's go ahead and try starting the generator. Just push down here. It hasn't been started in about a month or two, so let's see how it goes. Let me try it again. And there it goes, it's running. While we're at it, let's do a quick levels test, and yep, that works fine too. Here's the thermostat for climate control, and this switch controls the light in this area. Moving into the bathroom. There's a nice little shower wand here, along with a bathroom sink. It's a really tight, compact setup, but it's clean and functional. And with that skylight up there, it actually feels super bright in here, which makes a big difference in a small space. There's also a small exhaust fan to help with ventilation. And that's pretty much it for this walkthrough. Here's another one of those little floor lights I mentioned earlier. You can really see how they're spread throughout for that nice ambient effect at night. So if you've ever dreamed of following the FIFA World Cup while traveling with complete freedom, this little Thor Majestic proves you don't need a massive luxury motorhome to do it. With its compact size, decent fuel range, and a generator that can keep you powered up off-grid, it covers the essentials for anyone wanting to chase matches across multiple cities without the hassle of constant hotel bookings. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next RV tour.